Computer. Okay, guys, sorry for the delay. This is as much a surprise to me as it is to you. So begin with a sit, 20-minute sit, and I'll invite the bell, and then we'll begin our sit, and then we'll see where we go from there. This is kind of spontaneous, so hope you'll bear with me for a second. Okay, so take a breath. This life is the gift of the whole universe, the earth, the sky, and many generations. May we live in mindfulness in order to enjoy the wonders of life and awaken from our illusion of separateness. I invite you to take 3 of the deepest breaths you've taken today with me. When I say relax, inhale completely and deeply. When I say relax now, just let it all go. Relax, relax now. Relax, relax now. Relax, relax now. Now allow the breath to become normal and withdraw yourself into yourself. Become aware of the body. There is a body sitting here or standing here or lying here or whatever here. Breathing in, know that you are breathing in. Breathing out, know that you are breathing out. Open your senses, eyes closed from looking and seeing. Insight imagination opening, investigation opening. Notice the sounds in your room. Notice the sound of my voice. Notice the sounds outside your room. Notice how the sound arrives and passes. The only thing that sticks is how you respond to the sound. Hopefully, right now, it's a soothing response. Now simply become aware of the odors in your room, the sense of smell. Notice how they too come and go. Like the sounds, their effect is impermanent. And notice the taste in your mouth. Taste from breakfast, maybe, or lunch, or dinner, depending where you are. But taste comes and goes, just like all the other sensations. And now notice the sensations in your body. What do you feel in your head and face? Are the sensations pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral? Just notice. Notice the sensations in your neck and shoulders. What do you feel? Maybe some stiffness. Maybe the sensations are pleasant. Now, notice sensation in the arms and hands. This is a place of multiple sensations all day long. You pick up a fork to eat your lunch. You fold the clothes in mindfulness. Brush your teeth in the morning and evening. Lots of sensation in the arms and hands. Some of them are pleasant. Some of them are unpleasant. Some of them are neither pleasant nor unpleasant. Just notice. Notice the sensation in your hands and fingers. Lots of sensations there every time you touch something with a finger or your hand. The loving touch of a spouse or girlfriend or boyfriend. The sweetness of a newborn baby. The unpleasant sensation when it's colder out than you expected and your hands feel like frost. Notice the sensation in your chest and upper back. You may be able to sense your heart beating. You certainly can sense your breathing. How does that feel? What happens every moment that you're alive? They're always there. And you always know when it's unpleasant. And you sometimes know when it's pleasant. Like when you're standing outside watching the sunset on a clear day and your heart just swells with joy. Now notice the sensation in your abdomen and lower back. If you've just eaten, you might sense some digestion going on. Might sense some discomfort in your sitting position. Just notice. Let it affect you just as little as a light rain falls on your house in the early morning before you wake up. Notice the sensations in your pelvis and buttocks. Sitting sometimes can be uncomfortable depending on your posture. Notice the sensation in your legs, your upper legs, and your lower legs. Often, the only time we notice the sensations in our legs is when they hurt or when the knees buckle a little bit. Notice the sensation in your feet and toes. Are your feet solid on the ground or up in the air? Or where are they? Can they feel the touch of the earth below through your carpet or rug, through the structure of your house or apartment, all the way down to the earth, solid, free. And now, for the rest of our time together as a meditation, just notice the sensations of your breathing. Breathing in, know that you are breathing in. Breathing out, know that you are breathing out. Be aware of no other spaces but these spaces. Be aware of no other time but this time. Be here, be now, be here now. Thank you for your practice. Who would like to share anything that came up for you in the practice today? Did you find that it was something new that you've never done before? Or is it something you've done in different ways before? I'd like to hear what you've experienced during the practice. Yes, Barrett.
Hi. Thank you for the wonderful meditation, Jerome. And I want to use the opportunity to say hello in this circle. It's my second time here, and I and last week it was so joyful, and yes, it was a joyful experience, and I want to appreciate this space. I'm from Germany, so maybe my English is a little bit. Um, so I found your meditation wonderful because it was very grounding for me, and it's always mm, yeah, it's always a grounding experience to work with bodily sensations and the senses. So there was nothing new, but it was nevertheless new, a new experience. So thank you.
Thank you, Barrett. Uh, my son-in-law is German, and he's also become a Buddhist since marrying my daughter. And I did a little ceremony to offer him the 5 precepts, the 5 mindfulness trainings. It was really sweet. And the two of them went off to Bali, so they're so far away and time zones are so bad. Anyway, just thought I'd tell you that uh, I have something in common, and that my son-in-law is from where you're from. Where in Germany are you?
I'm from Mainz near Frankfurt, but I grew up in East Germany. But now I'm living in the western part.
Oh, yeah, he grew up in East
So
Germany too.
yeah.
So, anybody else want to share? Okay, Julian, please.
Yeah, thanks, Jerome. I always appreciate you leading and yeah, thanks everybody for being here. It's a nice light group. And yeah, it was interesting to notice how um easily or quickly kind of I was able just to drop into my senses. That was cool. And then also to notice how quickly I can pop out. Like there was the dog walker came and it just right to the thinking mind and then come back in. And then with the smell part, just like noticing a really unique smell. It was like passion fruit or something, and there's no passion fruit around, but that was cool. Like a smell just popped right in. So thank you.
Oh, that's cute. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Julian. Just to let you know, Julian and I have been with this group for quite a while, and quite often we are paired in the breakout rooms. But since it's just four, 5 of us today, we won't do breakout rooms. We'll just see how far we want to go, and we'll finish it on time because I have other engagements starting a little after 10 o'clock my time on Pacific. So, Cindy or Roxanne?
I'm in Colorado, and I appreciate uh, being here. I missed the last couple of weeks, but I got the recordings, and so I wasn't sure what was going to happen today. But I'm glad I joined it. It's nice to see some familiar faces and some unfamiliar faces. So um, I just found it good. It's always good to be reminded to come back, and I have kind of an old body that's going through some transitions, trying to keep it in shape, and was aware of that today. But overall, I really appreciated us being able to get together today, and thank you for your leadership.
You're welcome. Thank you. I suppose I should change my name. I just noticed it's still my daughter's name. Roxanne?
I really enjoyed the meditation today. Um, I was, my body wasn't really feeling that great today, and I almost didn't join, but I really have committed myself to showing up every week, regardless of how I'm feeling in my body. And your meditation really like gave me a moment of relief from the discomfort I was feeling. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you all. So I've been gifted, you might say, with the opportunity to share some of these teachings at Google next week. And it's really an honor in a sense. I'm going to do a 3-hour workshop with a bunch of Google employees along the same lines of what we did today. So thank you for letting me rehearse a little bit. I appreciate that. So I wanted to, since I didn't have a chance to plan an agenda, I just picked something out of my head, doing this mindfulness practice. And I just want to say that it's something that I've learned that's very important, and that is to take this practice into whatever I do. When I walk around the house, I walk with knowing a step here and a step there. When I do the dishes, I just do the dishes. And when I make the bed, I just make the bed. I don't think about what I'm going to do next. I'm just very concentrated on what I'm doing. Not so concentrated that I can't listen to the sound of the bell or hear my wife's voice or pick up the phone if someone calls. And I just want to encourage you to practice a little bit in this way. I have found it to be so nourishing to just be present for whatever activity I'm involved in. So, for example, we live in a lovely neighborhood in Marin County, California. And there's several neighbors around us that are around our age and younger. And we meet about once every other month or every month whenever people are available. And we were the host family on Friday. It was a very sweet gathering. But I was downstairs working on my Google presentation. My wife called me up to wash the dishes and put them away so that she could continue preparing for the company. And in a normal life, without the mindfulness, you'd go up and you'd still want to be downstairs working on the presentation. And you'll do working on the presentation and cleaning the dishes, both. You can't do both. There's no such thing as split personality type of thing. There's no such, what's it called? Multitasking. There's really no such thing as multitasking. Even computers don't multitask. They just switch tasks so fast that you can't detect they're switching. But anyway, so I came up and I was pretty excited about the people coming. And so I just washed the dishes, dried the dishes, and helped her in any way I could with the table and everything. It just felt so good to do it in presence. Feels really good to be present for whatever you do. So I invite you to consider taking mindfulness into your daily life, not just on the cushion. And a lot of people talk about it. Oh, somebody's here. Rafaela. Rafaela. Oh, hello, Rafaela. We missed you. I think you were supposed to host today, right? It was just coming up. Anyway, that was a great experience. I didn't realize that it could be so nice. Hi. Are you there? Okay. Anyway, so I just want to encourage you to bring mindfulness to your daily life. Yes, Kat Cindy.
As you were explaining that, I know some of the folks in this group, probably Julia, has heard me refer to this before, but one of the great opportunities I had, unbelievably, was caring for my husband when he had Alzheimer's, and found my mindfulness practice to be so helpful. And it wasn't about sitting on the cushion; I didn't have time for that. But just coming to whatever was occurring, which was not what I was typically expecting, and just using that as an opportunity to learn and to keep coming back and coming back, no matter what was going on. Not that I always did it wonderfully, but it was a great opportunity to enhance my practice.
Thank you. Thank you, Cindy. Does anybody else have a similar experience of just noticing how present you are in some activity that you've done recently or in the past? Can you think of a time when you just went out for a walk just to walk, or you did the dishes just to do the dishes? Does this make sense to you? I make it a point to do mindful walking every day. And the mindful walking is, no, it's not that long. It's maybe a mile and a half, maybe 2 miles, somewhere in there. But it's really a pleasure to find a place in nature and notice the birds. Around here we have egrets and blue herons and all kinds of other birds and notice the flowers, notice the water running, walking by the creeks, lots of different places to walk. But, just mindful of each step and mindful of breathing as you're walking. It can bring so much joy, so much happiness to have a daily practice like that. Take it from me. I do it. I walk the talk and I talk the walk. And it's been very helpful for my own practice. So, what practices do you do that bring you joy?
For me, it's being out in nature and just listening to the birds, feeling the sun on my skin. Yeah, I'm really a sensitive person, so I really feel like I get to notice a lot that other people miss when they're outside because they're distracted by whatever they're doing. But for me, it's my happy place.
Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah,
Yeah,
it is a happy place for me
really.
too. I kind of visualize the place I want to walk in the middle of the night sometimes. And then, oh, well, do I have to drive all the way there today? And I probably will. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. Yeah, that's very nice, Roxanne. Thank you.
Thank you.
Who else has a wholesome practice they'd like to share?
I know music for me is like a huge flow experience, like singing or playing music when you just like hit the, you're just right in the sauce. And it's like, yeah, losing separate self. It's just full flow. Uh yeah, be it singing or dancing but yeah, with music, it's just, totally synced up with the rhythm and especially, if you're with other people and then hit it like a three-part harmony or there's nothing like it.
Thank you, Julia. My son uh, is a musician. He was in San Francisco Boys Chorus and sang in the San Francisco Opera and traveled all over the world with the Boys Chorus when he was little. It's just a joy for him. He still, when he went to Stanford, he was a leader of the Fleet Street Singers, an a cappella men's group. And every year they continue to go away in the fall for a performance either in New York or in Oregon. It's just amazing how nourishing his singing experience has been for him too. I really can relate to that. What brings you joy? What puts you in that place where you just feel all's right with the world? There,
I agree with Roxanne because my joyful, mindful place is nature. I take regularly breakouts during my work time and go outside of the building and connect with nature and with my senses of hearing the birds, leaves, and sensing the air on my skin and connect to the smells and maybe there are only minutes, but it's always very nourishing for me a great joy during my life, my work life, and my life too. Yeah.
Thank you. It's wonderful to share our joys. It's also wonderful to share our sorrows too. But if we share our joys, the more we share them, the more we will experience them. And the more we experience them, the more present we'll be for the sorrows. They work. They come together. I've had my sorrows and I've had my joys, and I really take a lot of joy in how wonderful my children are doing and my granddaughter. It's just remarkable what beautiful lives they have made for themselves. And I think a lot of it comes from the practice of mindfulness. When the girls were little, like 4 and 5, so that would be like 35, 40 years ago. No, they're not 45 yet. 43 years ago. I would read to them from a book by Thich Nhat Hanh called Old Paths, White Clouds. If you ever want a beautiful book to read to your children, that's a good one, because you can open it to any page and there's a story there. And the story is about the life of the Buddha. And so we'd open it to a random page, and I'd read the story there about this monk or that monk or the Buddha himself or can't say her name today, the Buddha's wife. And they loved it. And then we do a guided meditation before they go to sleep. Turns out that both of my girls are now yoga teachers, and very accomplished yoga teachers. And they're both living abroad, which is not so nice. But the fact that they're happy living abroad compensates for it. I wish they were here and they would visit often, but you can still find, I still find a lot of joy in their happiness. This is part of the Brahma Viharas, sympathetic joy. It's been a good practice for me for a number of years. And perhaps if I get an opportunity to teach again in this setting, we could do a whole session on just sympathetic joy or the 4 Brahma Viharas. Are you familiar with these terms? Yes, yes, yes. Oh, good. I figure anybody that's with Eden knows at least the Brahma Viharas: loving kindness, compassion, sympathetic joy, and equanimity. So we're just about on our time. So I'd like to see if anybody would like to share something before we go. Yes, Cindy.
Yeah, I had one more thought after I shared earlier about one of the major things that I learned from that journey with my husband and what I apply. Just it's so powerful to apply to life, and that is trust the process. Because I tried to do normal and fit it back into normal back then, and that didn't work. And now, of course, we're seeing that on a global basis. But staying present to taking the right action in the moment and trusting what's next rather than figuring it out and then, I find that very helpful, especially now too.
Wonderful. How's your husband doing?
Oh, he passed away. You don't ever get over Alzheimer's. He passed away about 9 years ago.
Oh God, that's a long time
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah. Give me time to practice it in other parts of my life now.
Okay, that's wonderful. Thank you all for being here today. We'll close with a short practice. I will invite the bell and share the merit. Take a breath. Any merit has developed in our practice this morning, this afternoon, this evening. Let it reach out to all sentient beings. May they be happy. May they be healthy. May they live with ease. Thank you very much. Bye, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
Mhm.